Welcome to AKT's review of key enhancements in the SuccessFactors H1 2026 release. Let's take a look at the time management module. These are the version release enhancements. Let's dive in. Enhancement 1. Users are now able to receive notifications on MS Teams when a timesheet is submitted for approval, or when an absence is created, updated, rejected, or deleted. Additionally, the notification cards include now the Update Calendar button to sync any absence changes for existing absence requests to the employee's Teams/Outlook calendar. Why it matters. Absence, change notifications, and calendar updates in MS Teams close the gap between SAP SuccessFactors, absence management, and employees' working calendars. Expert tip. Employees already working in Microsoft Teams can now access key HR tasks right there, like checking time-off balances, submitting leave, approving requests, and giving feedback without switching to a browser. Since many teams spend most of their day in Teams, bringing HR actions into that space reduces context switching and keeps employees focused. Let HR tools work where your people work. Enhancement 2. A redefined wizard-style process is now used to help create and assign work schedules on employees using the latest people profile. With the new Work Schedule Finder, you can search, design, and assign work schedules in a more dynamic way. You can copy and adapt an existing work schedule, select a different existing work schedule, or create a new individual work schedule to reflect the employee's unique working time requirement. Why it matters. Improved Work Schedule Finder (UX) reduces the time HR spends finding appropriate schedules, particularly for large organizations with many schedule variants. Expert tip. To use this view, you need to have the Enable the latest editing and history UI for Employee Central HRIS activated on the new People profile. Enhancement 3. Custom workflow notifications for time off, timesheet, single record approvals can now be generated using Document Generation Framework. Critical system tags are now available and include employee name, time type, start time, end time, start date, end date. Previously, document generation feature only supported HRIS entities, such as job information or employment information. Why it matters. Improves workflow communication with the document generation feature, as it now includes critical system tags that were needed for time purposes. Expert tip. This feature came to life from a number of community ideas, closing a gap on the capabilities of document generation feature for custom time management workflow notifications. Enhancement 4. Employees can now track specific attendances against a predefined and pre-approved quota. An attendance quota can be defined along with a combination of parameters. Employees can use this quota to track overtime hours, work outside flexible hours, work from home, etc. Attendance quotas can also be part of time valuations, calculating pay elements for payroll. Why it matters. Attendance quota fills a governance gap for organizations that need to control authorized overtime and special attendance without external workflow tools. Expert tip. A number of additional permissions is needed to be able to use this feature based on the additional new objects required. Enhancement 5. A decision on how a collision between absences and attendances can be handled in the system is now possible, choosing whether the absence overrides the attendance or vice versa, or none of them overlaps, so an error is triggered. Previously, collision resolution was only possible between short-term absences only. We can either decide whether an absence takes priority, an attendance takes priority, or block with error. Why it matters. Configurable collision handling eliminates unpredictable outcomes that were causing payroll errors when absences and attendances overlapped. Expert tip. A bidirectional approach to resolve conflicts is possible. absence versus attendance and attendance versus absence with same actions. This ensures consistent collision handling, regardless of which record is created first. Enhancement 6. Admins can now configure how partial day absences are treated in dynamic break deduction, preventing double deduction of breaks when an employee has both working time and a partial absence on the same day. You have an option now to decide if your absence in the middle of your day should take the place of the dynamic break, or whether it should still be considered as working time. Why it matters. Accurate break calculation on partial absence days corrects a systematic overdeduction that affected payroll accuracy for all organizations using dynamic break deduction. Expert tip. Default setting preserves existing behavior. No unintended changes on upgrade. Need help maximizing the latest SuccessFactors enhancements? Get in touch with our team